Hello, everyone, and welcome to Movie Mandates, the show where my sister and I force each other to watch movies according to a monthly theme. I'm Andrew.
I'm Kelly.
We've heard enough. So this month we're watching silent movies. And to kick off the quiet, I mandated the Buster Keaton vehicle, The General, an adventure based on a true story from the Civil War, detailed in the memoirs of a Union soldier. So you might be surprised that Keaton decided to shift the story's point of view. Apparently, he didn't think audiences would accept Confederates as the antagonists. You know, those who turned traitor against their own country because they really, really wanted to continue owning human beings as property. Yeah. So the protagonist of this movie is a South Carolina guy who fights for the Confederacy so he can woo a lady who wants to see her man in uniform. Any uniform, apparently. Maybe even one with an armband or a white hood. But before we speculate further on Keaton's horrible racist dipshittery, since I mandated today's movie, it's only fair that Kelly gets to challenge me in a segment we call Trivial Trivia.
I'm so glad you brought it up.
I did not know
I was gonna ask.
that.
That
I
was
knew there was a train and a girl, and that's about it.
yes. I I was at because I we'll get to it, but I definitely throughout the entire movie I was like, what war are we talking about? Because they keep saying South, but like it can't be that South, right?
Well, I
Because
mean, it
he's not
starts
allowed to.
in 1861, and they're like, "Oh shit, someone just
I
shots fired at Fort Sumter." I'm like, "Hmm."
No, I know, but I was definitely trying to be like, but not that South, right? Like I was really
Right,
trying.
right. Just
And then like,
geographically south.
yeah, just like more south than I am right now. Just
Yeah.
relationship wise.
I was like, surely he's gonna be like because he starts out just chasing his train, right? And oh, he's gonna join the Union Army and blah blah. No.
I
Oh,
yeah.
we'll get to that.
We'll get there. We'll get there. So the train is a very big part of this movie. And in my opinion, the best part of the
I
best part
mean,
of
it's
this movie.
it's kind of like Speed. The bus is like the whole movie. Well,
So
the
yes.
majority of the movie.
So there's the query, bro. There's the trivial trivia
Oh,
for you. In that the if this movie could not exist without a train, right? So can you name me five movies that the majority of their plot exist on a train?
okay. Um, the Great Train Robbery.
Yeah, mhm.
I'd have to see the movie again to see exactly how much of it is on that train, but it's got to be like half. There was a bunch of buildup to that movie before they actually get to the
Sure.
heist planning thing, but
But I get but if the idea if the name of the movie is The Great Train Robbery, I pardon me. I just
I,
sneezed. I don't know if you'll ever get that I sneezed or if it'll just be like, why did Kelly
no,
just
I
cut
actually
off her
did hear that
sentence?
one. Yeah. Why did she just suddenly shake like that? What does this mean? Um,
I had a seizure.
but
Um,
it's like I
but if it's
think
in
of
the
something like
title, it's kind of important.
yeah, yeah, but I think of something like the taking of Pelham one, two, three.
It is the taking of Pelham one, two,
It is
three.
one, two, three. Uh, I mean,
I
half of it's on the
I
train, half
thought
of them
about
are
that a
not
lot
on the
too.
trains.
I thought so that when I of course because I always do
Like
this for
Walter
myself.
Matthau's not on the trains.
Yeah,
Or
because I
who's in the new one? Is that Denzel Washington in the? Is it? Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
I never saw the
yes.
new one. Okay, so Great Train Robbery, which is actually tangential to a point. Hopefully, I'll remember to bring up about the general.
Okay, great train robbery. I'll write
Um,
that down.
I have not seen it in decades. But I have to imagine that most of Throw Mama from the Train actually takes place on the train, the Billy Crystal movie.
The
Who's
night was
who did
uh
Sultry?
Sultry.
What is that woman's name?
I have no idea. I can't.
I know it when I
I
heard it,
know when
but
I heard it.
yeah.
And then it's DeVito, right?
Who's with Billy Crystal in
Isn't
that?
it not Danny
Is
DeVito?
it Danny
Am I
DeVito? Yeah,
wrong?
I think it's Danny DeVito. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Train to Busan.
Yep, that was on my list.
Um, let's see. What's there's
Yes, I
I'm
know
tracing
exactly.
a
I
Snowpiercer.
know. Yes, I was like, I know
Did
which
you
one
know I
you
was
mean.
thinking of
Yes.
Snowpiercer?
Yes, I did.
How
I
is
was
this
like,
specifically Snowpiercer, not just any train movie?
nope. I was like, oh, I know what you mean, but I can't say it or I'm giving away your thing. But no, I knew exactly what you
Um,
meant.
uh, Bullet Train. It's
Yes.
the Brad Pitt movie that came out a few years ago that I haven't watched.
Oh, you haven't?
I've not
Oh,
seen. It's always on. It seems to keep jumping from streaming service to streaming service. I keep seeing it in different places.
no, it's really good. It's actually really good.
Oh, okay.
I like that one. Um, I think we saw it in the theater, and then we saw it again when it came to streaming. And it's just it's really fun, and the characters are just really fun to follow. Like
Hmm.
the action is good, the character like it's just yeah, it's there's I give it it's a solid, very solid watch. So Polar Express was on my list.
Okay, sure, sure.
And then
Never
m-
saw that though.
and then the other one that he and I came up with was Murder on the Orient Express.
Okay, yeah, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of the as Kenneth Branagh is
Yeah. Oh, you
yeah,
haven't.
I haven't seen any of his Poirot films. And I think he's done three. I think he did the Orient Express, Murder
The
on the River Nile, which
yeah,
the name of that story, the Nile one, and
Death on the Nile.
Death on the Nile, and then
And then that
House,
supernaturally one.
natural looking one.
Yeah, I saw all
Um,
three of them actually.
which I didn't even recognize as one of Christie's works. I did like
I didn't
I looked
either.
at that. I'm like, is that original or is this one of her works that I'm just not familiar with? Ugh.
Yeah, I
Um,
actually didn't either. I
what's
had no
funny is
idea.
I've seen the oh, who's in it? The old uh Death on the Nile and uh
Orient Express.
Orient Express. The one with the Jesus, everyone's in it. Sean Connery,
Oh
Norman
yeah,
Bates,
you saw
not
I
Norman
remember
Bates, Anthony Perkins, and
Maggie was in that one, right?
Maggie Smith's in it, I think. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I think you did you watch that for one of your like 30 days of something or a Criterion collection of
maybe.
something? I don't remember. Yeah, because I remember us talking about it, or it was just us
I
talking
think
about it.
Orient Express I saw because I read the book in like high school or something like that. I think it was
Mm,
one of the we're going to read the book and watch the film adaptation kind of a things. Uh,
mm,
Nile, I just saw it and like, oh hey, I should another Agatha Christie Poirot movie. I should watch that.
yeah.
So,
Yeah. So there you go. But no, there were other ones when I looked to be like, I wonder if I can find other ones. So those are the ones that I came up with and he came up with and you came up with, obviously.
mhm.
Um, then do you remember I never saw it. Strangers on a Train, obviously, is a good option.
Never.
And
I'm
then
pretty sure I haven't seen that.
I don't think I've seen it. But do you remember God,
There's a Hitchcock one that it's not mostly on a train. There is a train. Is it Cary Grant? Try. I have to think of that one.
let me see if I can't find
I remember
Strangers
it,
on a
and
Train is Hitchcock,
mhm.
but it's Robert Walker.
Yeah, it's not the one. It's like it's Vertigo or something. I don't remember.
Uh, um, but where when was it? Where did I just
I lost my place in my notes.
I did. Well, the scrolling, you know. Train to Busan, we talked about that one. But where did this one go? Because I want to see if you remember it.
Oh,
There
the,
it is.
the sound of the man.
The Midnight Meat Train. Do you
Oh,
remember?
sure, yeah.
I don't think I never saw it, and it was from longer ago than I
There's a
remember.
there's another horror. Is this the same movie? Because it's Jamie Lee Curtis. Um, it's a New Year's Eve party that takes place on a train, and there's a slasher killer on it. Pretty sure it's Jamie Lee Curtis. I
Oh,
can't
that's
remember
not
what the
this
hell it's
one,
called,
no.
but yeah, but Midnight Meat Train. Isn't it a subway? It's a subway, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah. Midnight Meat Train's a different movie. What the hell's the? I might have to look that up real quick. I'm pretty sure it's Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, I don't.
Um,
Oh, and then Darjeeling Limited is on here. I would never in my entire life pull that one out of my head because I'm not a fan of Wes Anderson.
guess that's
Oh,
got to
yeah.
be back in the 80s somewhere. So, let's see.
Not
Um,
a Wes Anderson
all
fan.
right. Oh, Terror Train. Yeah.
Oh, Terror never even
Pretty
heard.
basic film
I
title.
don't think I had
Wow, I
heard
had to
of that.
really think of that. What's that horror movie slash movie takes place on a Terror Train? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a fairly recent film that takes place. It's called, God, it's like a single word title. It's like Savage or Primal or Brutal or something like that.
Okay.
It's about a guy, I think, and his family who are on a train, and then like a mafia family get on the train, and it's like one guy fighting against a mafia family. It's just an excuse to put a lot of people in. It's basically John Wick if he was stuck on a train for the entire movie and had to beat the ever-loving crap out of a bunch of people who are trying to kill him.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forget exactly what it's called, but it's not bad.
All right. No, I don't know it. Um, cool. Yeah, no, I was and it's very funny that you say the thing about speed because that's the exact analogy that I gave Jeremy when I was like, "Can you do this?" Because I have to run every trivial trivia by him just to make sure that they're
Yeah, it's basically there's a little opening scene, and then he gets on the train and chases everybody for
that's
to
so
the halfway
crazy.
point. Then he gets off the house thing where he finds Annabelle, whatever her name was. And then they get back on the train and go the other way. And then the end of the movie, which is a train crash and firefight and flooding thing, which I was like, holy crap, they actually crashed a train and dammed a river and had like 200 extras. And we're talking about the movie now, I guess.
Yeah.
And I looked into it, and apparently Keaton had I think they said $400,000 budget in the 1920s, and that like
Oh
ballooned
my gosh.
and it ballooned to estimates were somewhere between like 800 and a million, like because I
Because
guess
yeah,
he had a lot of clout
what?
by then. I'm not sure.
So he did, and here, okay, here before we even get into the movie further, maybe you'll know because you know me well. Who does he remind me of? The whole time I'm watching this movie, I'm looking at Buster Keaton, and I realized two things. Number one, I don't think I've seen a Buster Keaton movie because
He's
I
got
would
a
not
very
have
distinctive mug.
picked that man out of a lineup. I was like, oh, I did not realize that's what he looked like. Okay, oops. I've always known his name. I you always hear Buster Keaton, but like I've always seen the caricature graphic of him, and I've
Oh,
never,
like you see on the poster that Criterion is using. Yeah.
yes. And so because of that, it has always made me think that he's very um Abbott Costello looking esque, if you will, like just weird looking. And so to see him, I was like, who are you? And he reminds me of there's Jim Parsons in there, you know, that kind of deadpan stare and like I know you never watched The Big Bang Theory, but there's a lot of like I saw a lot of Jim Parsons in there. There was moments of Tim Curry specifically from Oscar in there. Um, but there he reminds me And I can't, but those aren't the big ones. Like, because I'm looking at the man, and even though in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, Tim Curry, Jim Parsons, I'm like, no, like he reminds me of someone, and I can't freaking place it. Maybe just a look of someone in a movie. It's freaking me out. It's
Someone
freaking me out.
who's a deadpan comedic actor.
Maybe, or maybe like a character in another movie that I'm like, oh my God, like, I don't know.
Same
Like,
era, you think, or just more of a more recent era of film?
I do think it's more recent,
Okay.
but I'm just not going to think of it. It'll come to me one day, and I will tell you. I when that train fell into there were moments in this movie, and before we get to the plot, or before we go back to the plot,
Hmm.
there were a lot of moments in this movie that I physically and or verbally reacted in like oh like when he like I could like I did not believe what was happening. One of them was the train falling. I was like that just
Oh,
oh
that's not a miniature.
holy
That's a
oh
train.
like because they even say they're like oh the however he says he's like the bridge isn't burnt up enough to not support the
Oh,
train. You're
bridge is
fine.
fine. You
The
can get
bridge is
over.
fine. Go ahead. And so the train starts going, and then it just I was like oh my God because I was like it's the most amazing. It was yeah. And then when he falls into the river, when he falls through the train
Oh,
tracks,
he's on the bridge. There's a fire on it, and he jumps over it and just plummets straight through. Yeah.
misses. I, I was like,
Does
oh,
nothing but nets it too. Just
he
completely gone.
completely. I like, and he falls off the penny farthing at the beginning, and I'm thinking, this man, how is he like? Because again, the thing that's so amazing about that time and um those this type of silent film like this type of film is
I have no idea what the insurance standards were back then.
because it's all there's no like there's not they're not calling in a body double, they're not bringing someone else in like
There may have been
he
a few points where he was doubled, but that was mostly him. Um,
I'm
and th yeah, there are a bunch of it's not safe doing
no
stunts on a train, even though a lot of these shots, it's clear that this train's only going about 2 miles an hour.
yes
I was still
yes
like, oh man, that if this stunt goes wrong, they could derail the goddamn train. It would fall over on someone. Now, he did get, okay, so I read a couple things.
okay
Um, mainly, the reason I read up on this movie is because, like you would expect from a film this old, all of the credits are front loaded.
yeah
And I saw a credit for adapted by Jerry Smith. And but it didn't say adapted from what. I'm like, oh, is it based on a book or something like that? And
okay
so I looked it up afterwards, and this is actually a true story. This is a thing that actually happened in the American Civil War back in the late 1800s, and it was documented in a memoir from a surviving Union soldier dude. Most of them were caught and executed. Um, but two of them survived, I think, and one of them wrote about it. And the original memoir was called something like Silent and Dangerous or Deadly. It had some weird name, and then they changed the name, and then they changed the name again to the Great Locomotive Chase. And I went, wait, the Great Locomotive Chase? Is that a movie? Am I confusing it with the Great Train Robbery, which is where that comes in?
okay
And I'm like, is that a different movie? So I looked it up. Yeah, the Great Locomotive Chase is a film from the 50s from Disney, as it happens. That's this story with the correct POV. Um,
ah
and I was actually thinking about watching it this afternoon while I was waiting for you, but it's not streaming anywhere. So
oh okay I was wondering because it'd
because it
be
was only
interesting
an hour
to
and a half, and I was like,
oh,
I
oh
could maybe watch this and check it out. But yeah, the
yeah
whole thing is the whole thing is kind of a Dirty Dozen, Guns and Navarone, Men on a Mission kind of a movie.
yeah
And the real story is actually ripe with drama because they actually tried this twice. So the Union soldiers were like, okay, we're gonna get a team together and we're gonna rendezvous with I'm good at French. We're gonna rendezvous with the
Yes.
guy who a defecting Confederate soldier who's a train engineer, and we're gonna drive the train up and cut the communications and blow up bridges and tear up the tracks, and we'll cut the line so they won't know we're coming and blah 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 that whole thing. So they got down there and the engineer was gone. He got like reassigned or something like that. And they're like, anyone know how to drive a train? And they're no. I'm like, oh shit. And so they had to sneak back out of Confederate territory and like try it again a year later, making sure they actually had an engineer with them.
Oh, that's
That
hilarious.
I'm like, oh my God, that's hilarious. This would make a great movie.
That's pretty
Now, I
funny.
don't I don't begrudge the one guy madcap slapstick adventure of a guy chasing after his train. That's totally fine. I am genuinely perplexed by Keaton's alleged fear that audiences in the 20s would not be able to accept the Confederacy as villains.
What?
Really?
Th-
What?
I didn't read that. So
Maybe I
like,
don't know enough about history to understand why anyone would think that, but
so I, so yeah, so I was the whole time I was watching it, like, because I was enjoying the, like I said, everything that had nothing to do with the story. Very enjoyable, right? The amazing ability of him to like when those ties and he's on the front of the train and he
oh, the
like
railroad ties where he like
blo
pool shots a
oh my wait,
railroad
pull
tie
yes,
that
pull
and it
shots of railroad.
almost hits him in the damn face.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, like
If
just
he
some of
missed
the
that, it could have hit him in the face. It could have derailed it. I mean, the train's only going like 2 miles an hour. That's one of the scenes I'm talking about. But yeah, if he missed, that could have hit him in
it's
the head. That could have derailed the train. That anything could have happened.
insane.
But yeah, a lot of
Insane.
accidents on this film. I think he got knocked unconscious during one of his stunts.
I can
Someone got their
imagine.
foot crushed in a railroad tie thing. Someone got
Ugh.
shot in the face with a blank. Um, one of the wads in the just
Oh,
popped him in
sure,
the head.
sure.
Didn't die, so far as I know. Several damn fires because of because these are wood burning trains. A bunch of shit caught fire
I
apparently.
can I
Um,
can only imagine.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, so like I didn't look into the I'm glad you did because this is very fascinating and very I like I'm agog. But I was truly throughout the movie denying it. The whole time I'm like, because they're like, oh no, he's more important to the South as a conductor when he didn't get enlisted.
Yeah.
And I'm like, to the South? Did they say this? Did they say the South? I'm very confused here because we don't we don't we don't like the South. So like I was questioning it the whole time. I'm like, nah, this doesn't make sense. And then like the flag would come and then I'm like, is that the flag I think that is? Because this is in black and white, so maybe that's not the flag I think it is. So like, I don't know.
I have to say this is I was from like shot one, I was stunned by this is the best looking the restoration on this film is
Yeah, it's really good.
amazing.
It's really good.
I
Like you
was
can
like,
see, yeah,
holy shit, this is
yeah.
they worked magic on this.
They
I have
did.
I have
It's
seen a bunch of
impressive.
films from the 20s. I have never seen a print
Yeah,
of a film from the 20s look this good.
yeah.
It is
It looked really
crisp.
good. But
Probably didn't
so
look that good when it came out. It might be a little over crisp.
yeah, his face was like porcelain. So when it was over and like the title card or like the cards are saying like, the heroes of the day and da 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 and it's Confederates and like he does that pose on the rock, but it's not
With
the
the
pose of the
Confederate
flag.
flag, yeah.
And I'm just thinking to myself like it's interesting that you say that he thought that people wouldn't accept that
That
because in
allegedly, that's what I read
allegedly, right?
on Wikipedia.
Because like I look at that and all I can think is, first off, I've never felt so woke in my life. And like, I'm pretty progressive and like, I'm very much open to everybody, but I'm never like, like, I mean, we all know that my bestie is like he looks for the feminine, like, oh, they're just doing this to, what he always looks for the controversy in every movie. And I'm always like, sometimes it's just not there, dude. Sometimes it's just a movie, right? Love him to death, but he's sometimes tries too hard to find the angle to be like, but I'm against that. And I'm like, sometimes you just need to enjoy something. I love you, but calm down. That's my bestie. We did not watch this together. I texted him today and I said to him, I said, I'm kind of glad you didn't come over last night and watch this with me because it would have been really bad. Because I just think to myself, like, all I could think is, what a slap in the face to just, could you imagine, like, I have no interest in watching a movie about World War II in which it's a battle that the Nazis won. And that they're like, you know what? They don't actually get any movies where they get to be praised. And they won some stuff. They did some things like they were able to build a whole camp and keep a whole bunch of people in there. We should really talk about that. Let's make a movie. Are you insane? Like, I can't, like, the gall and, like, the absolute, like, of course, nowadays you look at that and they're like, yeah, I guess history repeats itself.
I mean, he could have just been like a good third of our country is today.
That's what I'm saying is, like, I guess,
Just
but
proudly bigoted. I don't know. I wasn't around in the 20s. We're
yeah,
getting older, but we're not that old. So
yeah,
I don't know how astute an observation. I don't think audiences would accept the Confederacy as villains. Really? I think maybe you're just a racist and you want to put on the Confederate uniform,
yeah.
the lacrosse flag.
I'm
I,
like,
I think you're just probably a racist.
yes, because guess what? The Confederacy lost.
This
What do you mean they can't be villainized? They
They're the bad guys. They're unequivocal. Now, a lot of times you look at,
There's not going to be a KKK rom-com out there. I'm
I
sorry.
hope not. Like, I mean, it's like, hey, let's do, I don't know, Black Klansman, but from David Duke's perspective.
Yeah, he
A
doesn't
guy
get.
who was tricked. He was lied to. He put
Hmm.
his trust in this guy, this black guy. And oh wait, actually, that's not how the movie works because he has the white guy. He wouldn't have put his trust in a black guy. I haven't seen the movie, so
He infiltrated the Black Panthers.
yeah.
Uh, but yeah, like same idea. Like all this guy
And
was
the
was
thing
trying to
is,
find a community
yeah,
of
there's
like-minded
nothing
people.
about this movie and the events of this movie that requires you could do the exact same movie and just
Exactly.
flip Union and Confederacy and it's fine. It works
Exact.
exactly. There is nothing about the movie that requires Keaton's character to be a
Right.
South Carolina guy
Nope.
who tries to enlist with the Confederacy.
There's no color in this movie. Like so like
Yeah,
there's nothing in this movie other than like the train and the hijinks there.
yeah.
So like,
You could literally just flip the whole damn thing and say, Confederate soldiers were trying to steal a Union train and he got
which
caught.
is apparently what happened. But like,
Well, the Union soldiers went into the South to steal a train,
oh, I understand. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and they were chased all the way up to Chattanooga by a bunch of Confederates. Really, the big difference is Keaton is one guy instead of a group of Confederates that were
Right.
chasing them all the way up to Chattanooga. But that's fine. Liberty's taken. It's an adaptation of the story. It's fine. I just like you. I don't agree with the POV switch.
No,
No,
and it especially today, and
so to me,
I
so
would
I
like
come
to think
away
then
from this movie thinking Keaton is either a giant racist or just in unbelievably stupid, just a real dumbass.
it's interesting because I'm
And
with
I'm
you on
not
that
sure which.
because there's a part of me that I'm like, well, I
I
not
mean,
that
public education failed me, failed you, maybe public education in this country has always been shit and it failed Buster Keaton too.
fair enough, but I also was never uh one to be like, you know what though? Maybe they had a point. We'd get a lot more done if we just enslaved half of us. No. Like, come on now. But like it doesn't affect anything right now. Because he did,
Yeah,
but it does
may need to bust out the Ouija board and ask.
but it
Are you
does make me
racist or
like but
stupid?
it does make me kind of be like, not that I was gonna go down a Buster Keaton rabbit hole, because I wasn't, but it does make me kind of be like, well, I kind of don't care about you now. Like you kind of you've and it's amazing. I've never had so quickly. Yeah, that one. But it's just such a weird thing. It's like, but you didn't need to. What
Yeah.
a. It's the weirdest
It's
decision
like, look, we
in
didn't we didn't
movie
want our hero
making.
to be we tried to make sure that, there's no slavery in the movie. We're not really talking about which side is doing what. It's just the story doesn't work unless Keaton's character is a Confederate. It's unfortunate, so we tried to not make it uncomfortable, but it doesn't work any other way. But that's not true. It would work
But
perfectly
that's
fine
not
the
true.
other
That
way.
has
Yeah, exactly.
nothing to do with anything. But yeah.
Yeah, little
Um,
Lady Annabelle or whatever her name is could have been like, I want to see you in a Union uh, outfit, and yeah, it does not matter.
yeah, yeah,
There's no plant. I don't think there. I think there's two black people in the movie, and I think they were both like train porters, like
possibly.
essentially
Yeah.
being paid to move luggage around.
Yeah, and they didn't really interact like they weren't
Right,
being
they're
like
just two background
There
characters.
was
Right,
no sort of it was just they
they're
were
like
there.
right, right.
Um yeah, it was the one thing I did read about Mr. Keaton though was that he was in charge of most of his movies that I did look at. Um
Well, he's definitely in charge of this one.
well he was one of the things that one of the reasons why when the talkies started and his light dimmed is because that is when he
He
lost a
had a
lot of
voice like he has a face.
there
It's
you
like,
go.
oh, you've got an unfortunate face, but whatever. Oh God, you've got an unfortunate face and voice.
And
Oh,
voice. Oh, yeah.
Jesus, I don't know if I
Um,
work with this.
but and this might uh, he he was a control freak in that when talkies started, more crew and more um cooks in the kitchen, if you will, were on. And when it was silent film, there was a lot more control of the vision that he had, and he had to share control, and it just did not work out for him. Uh yeah, is what I had read. And I was like, well, that okay, so maybe he's just a dick. But, like,
Yeah, yeah.
um
It's funny. I've seen films from the staples of the 20s, Buster Keaton, and I come on this. I'm pretty sure this is the first Buster Keaton film I've seen, and
I've seen a lot of Chaplin.
I come off it going, hmm. This guy's probably racist or stupid or both. Um, I remember the first Chaplin movie I saw, and I think it's Gold Rush, Gold Diggers, Gold something.
Gold Rush,
Um,
I think, is what it's
that
called.
was called. I came off of that one, and I went, the love interest in the movie. I'm like, who the hell is she? She looks 12, and I looked it up and went, oh, she was 12. Oh, he married her. Oh no, how old? He was 35. Oh, he married her because he knocked her up. Oh God. It's like, okay, Charlie Chaplin was not great. I mean, at least I think I've seen one Harold Lloyd movie. I saw The Freshman, and
Oh,
I didn't come away thinking that he was a pervert or a racist. So there's that.
Yay! Yeah, I saw City Lights. Um, I
Is
don't
that a silent or a talkie?
silent.
Is that a silent? Okay.
Yeah. I that's the one. Yeah, I saw
Because
City
Chapel's got a
Lights.
few talkies.
Yes, I don't know if I've seen any of those.
I'm pretty sure I've not. I've seen a couple of his silent work.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe, probably only two, maybe three.
Yeah, I don't recall. Um, but yeah, I was impressed with it was really funny when Annabelle, was that her name? The woman
I'd
or
have to,
whatever.
you know what's funny? Her father and her brother are credited in the front of the movie as her father, her brother. And I was like, whose? Because it doesn't come right after Annabelle. It comes after someone else. They're just credited as her father and her brother. I'm like, whose father and brother? Um,
Amazing.
let me see, what was her? Oh God, Annabelle Lee. Yeah,
Oh,
Marion.
fantastic. Um,
She
when he
one
when
of
he was helping her,
she was one of
like,
the. There was a group of like swimsuit models of the 20s. She was one of them.
oh,
They had,
was she?
yeah, they had a name. Like the Rockettes are the Rockettes. There was just this uh group of
Oh,
swimsuit idols of the 20s, and
and she was one
Mary
of them.
Mack was in that group. It's probably
Ah,
why Keaton hired her.
that that tracks.
And reading about the movie, apparently he ignored her for most of the filming.
So this is what's very funny.
But they
So
ended up getting along after a while. I'm guessing he's probably sexist too.
like, especially like their kissing was terrible. I'm like, what a weird kisser. Like, oh God. But the kissing back in the day in movies was always very strange
Yeah,
anyway.
well, I mean, it's
Uh, in-
I imagine part of it is kissing is something that's just natural. Kissing is not something that's particularly photogenic or attractive anyway, just people mushing their faces together. It seems to have taken a few decades before people figured out a way to stage it to be like
Romantic
romantic
and
and
yeah.
thrilling, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's the romantic ideal. Why can't people kiss like that in real life? It's because it would be really dull. It looks good on camera.
Just
uh
like porn.
so-
Like if you actually had sex the way they do in porns, you're doing it wrong because they're opening up for the camera.
yeah, you're cheating to the camera. There's no way. Be like, what are you doing?
No one's over there.
No, it's there.
No one's there. I'm here.
Yeah,
Focus, please.
yeah.
Um,
Like, are you projecting for the microphone? Is that what you're doing? I'm right here. I know they can't mic you when you're naked, so you have to speak up when you vocalize, but for Christ's sakes,
no, they
stop
ADR all that
cheating to the
shit.
non-existent camera. Stop projecting to the back row. You're making me really self-conscious now.
Oh.
So I imagine it's probably they just hadn't figured out how to make kissing look good. It's probably a combination of film decency concerns of the
Oh
time,
yeah, I'm
and
sure.
it's probably just the actors being uncomfortable with it. Although I thought the joke where he's trying to he's putting his arm around the girl and he's gonna kiss her all kissy like, and then because he's promoted to lieutenant or something at the end of the
Yeah,
movie,
Lieutenant.
and someone is like, oh, yeah, okay, all right, arm back around the lady, gonna kiss. Oh, yeah, hello, and he's like, all right, screw this. And he sits on her other side so he can put his left around her and start kissing her and salute people as they go past. I'm like, that's a good gag. I like that. That's funny.
That
But
was
you're
fun.
right. The kissing did look a little awkward.
And I like the this it was uh that him sitting on the axle of the train and doing the
Oh, they're
rotation.
just kind of sitting there, kind of
It's
staring off
it
into the distance and being like,
Yeah, it was
oh,
really great because
yeah.
that's something that is one of those scenes that you see in compilations for
I had,
you
yeah,
you've
I've
everyone
seen
has
a
seen
few
it.
clips of this. I'd seen I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I've seen a clip of that train crash. I've seen him sitting on the
Yeah.
little connector on the wheels.
Yeah.
I've seen the bit where he chucks the railroad tie while he's sitting on the cattle catcher,
Oh
and
yeah.
I've
Oh
seen
man,
that.
that thing's cool.
Yeah.
But seeing
My
that, I was
favorite
like,
joke in the movie is
go.
when he has her loading the fire thing with bits of wood, and she grabs a piece of wood and she's like, okay, and she chucks it in. She grabs a piece of wood and okay, and chucks it, grabs another piece of wood, and there's this
And it
huge
has a
pothole in it.
hole
She's
in
like,
it.
hmm. And she chucks it off the train. It's like, it's got a hole in it. This one's no good. He's like, what that was the funniest to me. I was like, that's hilarious. He's like, it's got a hole in it. This one's bad.
This one's no good. Yeah. She's like, and at the beginning when she's like, "Oh, a stick." She like throws a stick in it and looks at him like, "Yay." And he just like strangles her and then kisses her and he's like, "Oh, if I didn't think you were pretty. You're so pretty."
I like the. I thought there was a. I think they could have expanded on the buddy comedy bit a little bit more because once they get together halfway through the movie, there's a bunch of bits together that really works. Like he's like, okay, I'm gonna stuff you in this bag, and
When
that was
she
fun. And
That was
she
very funny.
and
She
they
takes the
they
pin
planned
out. It's
something
great.
which you can't hear because it's a silent movie. And you're like, oh, that's what they were discussing. That's really clever because he holds her in the bag, and so she uncouples the car, and then he uh manhandles her into the luggage or the freight car,
Yeah.
and then the guys are behind him and just chucking increasingly heavier shit into the
Oh
freight
my God,
car. Oh
heavier
God.
like trunk because everyone's coming with like a bag of rice. Like,
Like
it's just a
yeah,
bag of rice, a bag of rice, a bag of rice, a body in a bag, which is his. And then all of a sudden they're like, and barrels and trunks and this, and you're like,
big
oh
wooden
God.
boxes. It's like, oh God, she's gonna be crushed.
Yeah.
Um, and she steps in a damn bit. That bear trap thing. That's
Oh,
the most humane bear trap I've ever seen. It just seems to be a major inconvenience.
yes, but
It was a
but
funny gag, and I particularly liked when he got the bag in the first place. And it's just a bag of mismatched shoes. He dumps it out on the ground, and he puts her in, and he picks her up, and he realizes he's stepped out of one of his shoes, and he's like, "Oh." He's going through all these shoes trying to find his shoe. That was funny. I like that.
yeah, there's like I said, like there's a lot of like
There's some great
actually
gags in this. Yeah.
pretty funny stuff, and he's very good at the physical and he's very good at like even though his face stays very blank a lot, like he's very expressive in his own way. It's very interesting. And I like when the train
Yeah, he's got a very good like when he's like chasing the train in front of him. He's like, okay, we're getting close to the train. Okay, get a piece of wood, throw it in there. And while he's doing that, the train like falls off a cliff or goes on another track. And he's like, comes back up. He's like, huh, where the hell did it go? And it's like, oh shit. It puts another log in there, and the tracks reconverge, and he comes like, just looking, it's like, huh.
I
Uh,
like
the bit with the cannon was really funny.
That's what I was gonna say, the canon part, because it's going, and I'm sitting there like, what's gonna happen? And then all of a sudden, the tracks turn, and so it's perfectly aligned with the other train, and you're just like, well done, canon, well done. Like that's
I
very
mean, there's
funny.
a tension to that scene too, because the
Yes,
cannon just kind of falls and points around out. It's like, oh shit! Crawls up on the thing, gets his leg caught on a thing. It's like, oh, oh no, I'm gonna get shot in the ass with the cannon.
yeah, and he put
Um,
the entire bag of powder.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because he puts one he's like I mean he's doing what we would see in Raiders of the Lost Ark with Indiana Jones
Yeah,
trying to figure out how much the idol weighs and getting a little sand out of there and
yeah, yeah.
he's like all right how much powder goes in and he's like oh well let's put a little bit back here and there we go. And he puts the wad in there and then he puts the cannonball in there and just plunk. It's like oh I- and I think he kicks it off because I think it lands in the conductor's cabin or something. He kicks it off the
It
train.
does, and he kicks off, and then it blows
Then
up
it
behind
blows up.
him.
I'm like, it's a cannonball, not an explosive, right? Why did it
I thought the
explode?
same
But
thing. I'm like,
whatever.
okay.
Then he dumps the entire can of, I think he puts the entire can itself
He
down
does
there.
the can itself.
I,
Yeah.
I, I think that would prevent the gunpowder from igniting, but
That's
whatever. It's essentially a cartoon, so
that's kind of what I thought. I was like, I don't know if
I'm
that's
like,
gonna
I
work, but
don't know how realistic that is.
well, I also like when he bent at the very end when he bends the
The
track
track switcher, yeah.
and they're taking so much time to try to get it back. And that one guy just comes and he just hits it
With a rock or
with
something.
the axe or whatever, and then
Oh,
he
yeah,
lays
the end of an axe.
and then he walks away, and I'm like, you had like that was a take. That was just he hit it with all those people standing there and walked away.
I know because everyone's standing like, oh, and it kind of plays as a, oh, that's all we had to do. But I almost got the sense, like I think you're saying, is like they're like, oh shit, thought we were gonna have to probably do 15 takes on that.
Yeah, I
It's
was
like,
like,
oh shit, that, huh,
that worked. Okay.
wow, well
I
done,
know.
Marv.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, oh, that was anticlimactic, but also kind of okay, it's done. It's ready. He's like, oh, I'll just set the I'm done. My part.
Yep.
That was my big moment, and it was a one take. It
Yeah,
was
there's I appreciated how much what's her name? Marion Mack was seemed to be game for just crawling in
yes,
and out of windows and falling over shit too. I'm
yes.
like, and
That's
it's his at least in this film, his brand of physical slapstick falling down comedy is not as it's not ballet like Jackie Chan is. Jackie Chan's known for falling all over shit, but he makes it look graceful,
sure,
right?
sure.
Uh Keaton's manner is just falling and tripping over stuff. You know, he
Hmm.
has no grace at all. And Marion Mack matched him in the physical comedy in the few scenes that she got to when she's trying to crawl through the
Crawl through
window
the
and
window
stuff.
and stuff. It was because watching that scene, there was definitely a moment that I was thinking to myself as because it looked, I looked at it from two ways. I was watching it and I was thinking, well, that's really cool that she gets to be physical and she gets to kind of have a moment of like,
Yeah,
more
once
than
she's
just,
rescued, she's not just like sitting in the boxcar for the
yeah,
film.
right. And she's not just like sitting there with her knees together and like swooning or like fainting or whatever the whole time. Like she's, doing stuff and she's like physical and like being, awkward and maybe not the most beautiful thing, beautiful woman, but like great
She
little
comes up
little.
with the whole trip line between the two trees.
Oh yeah, I
And
was so
he's
proud of
like
that.
he's scooting, he's like, he gets in the train and starts moving, and then he's like, yeah, that what the hell is she? He stops the train, goes like back. He's like, what are you doing? She's like, I tied a rope between two trees so when they chase us, they'll stand. He's like, huh,
All right,
well, let's go.
all right, let's go.
And that's
Um,
I imagine they prepped that a little bit by like digging out the trees beforehand.
yeah,
That was really cool when this
that
train
was
hits
really
that thing
cool.
and just yanks two trees with it. What caught me was like there's two dudes sitting on the front of the train, like on the cow catcher, so they're like trapped by that rope. I'm like, oh God, they had to, I hope they were super careful with that because that could have like cut those two in half or strangled them or
That could
something.
have
Yeah.
a lot. Or the
I
trees
mean, it's
could have
just a
gotten
heavy
like
rope. It's probably not going to cut them in half, but that could have
in the
really hurt.
wheels. Like they could have,
Yeah.
again,
Yeah,
another
if that
derailing.
damn those trees got caught under the wheels, that could have crushed
100%.
them.
100%. Like I thought that I was like, that tree's gonna go in those wheels. Like that was I was like,
Yeah.
uh, but no, but my other thought, my secondary thought about her climbing through that window, and my first thought was like, yeah, very happy. And my second thought was, I hope that because I knew that he was kind of like the uh man in charge on set and everything. Like I knew that it was like, so I was like, I hope he's a nice guy. And like that was all I could think of was I hope he's a nice guy because like she truly like that he's not like the direction that he is giving her or how he's speaking with her in that moment, I'm like, he better be being nice to her. Like that literally is what I'm thinking. I'm like, you Confederate man, you better be nice to her. I'm like, you.
In the 1920s.
No, and I
I
know, and that's
mean,
I know, I know.
best you can. I mean,
The
I
best you
hope
know for is not
it's like
outwardly
maybe he
rude.
didn't constantly grab her butt. You know, is that the
Isn't that
most that women in the 20s could hope for?
it's so funny because I was actually just thinking that I'm
Or
like,
even today.
it's the fact of like the nice guys. It was the absence of malice that made them respectable gentlemen rather than
Yeah.
he's like, I'm not mean to you. I just didn't talk to you at all. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I
That's
mean, I didn't read that he was like he just ignored her
yeah.
for like the
So
first half,
you know
and
what? And
then apparently they
honestly,
started getting along. It's like, oh, well, okay.
and
I ignore people
perhaps
too.
see, and
I'm
you're
an
a delight.
antisocial person.
And you're a delight.
That's right.
Oh man. But yeah, what a weird movie to watch
Yeah,
in
well
just
shot too, well paid. I'm continually impressed by the economy of storytelling that a lot of silent that I see in a lot of silent.
yes, yes, it's incredible. I think about that now and I think to myself, y- yes, while this story was very linear, there isn't like a plot A, a plot
I mean,
B,
it's literally on rails.
there's no tertiary characters.
I
There's
thought the
it's
joke was
just
funnier than that. Oh well.
it was on rails. No, I got it.
I was proud of that one. She just blows past it. It's like,
Oh my
acknowledge
goodness.
my middling intellect.
Oh, okay.
No,
I don't
but
know what I did with my water bottle, and I'm very upset about it. Um, but so yeah, definitely just a linear track. No, nothing for me. See?
I like mine better, but yeah.
Yours, okay, yours was better. Um, but you're absolutely right in that there's not there wasn't a lot of dialogue cards. There really, really wasn't.
Yeah, there's probably only like a dozen or maybe 20
Yeah.
at the most.
And I was not lost. I was not, and it's amazing. So it's amazing how much doesn't actually
Yeah.
need like
Even
it's
when people are clearly talking, a lot of times there's no card to tell you exactly what they're
no.
saying because body language and con and the scenic context tells you exactly what they're saying. Oh,
Hmm.
they're saying hello. I don't need a title card that says hello, you know?
Right. Like I love at the very beginning, and it sets up who she is, and which is I know that I dislike the whole like I need a man in uniform and I can't believe you didn't enlist and it's like whatever, but like I'm not a woman from the 20s. Um, however, or the 1860s. Um,
Yeah, yeah, this the film takes place in the, late 19th century, but it was filmed in the 20s, so yeah.
however, I thought it was hilarious when he was going to her home to, chat with her or, have a little midday snack or whatever. And she knows he's coming over, and so she sneaks to get behind.
Oh Jesus, that was funny. Yeah, that's another thing. It's great that she gets a major gag like that.
Yeah,
Those
and that like she's a like that's a character
It
like no
gives
what
her a great personality too.
yes, it gives it like that right there gives her a like person like no wonder he likes her. She's pretty, but she's
Yeah,
funny, and it's like
yeah,
she meets him where he is because he's
yeah,
kind of that kooky guy. She's like, I'm gonna follow, and then he's like, oh, you're right there. She's like, ha ha, ha, come on in. It's very cute. It was like a very I was like, that's really funny that
yeah.
she's just following him to her own door. So, yeah, I thought that was a really cute
Hmm.
intro to her, which is, it was really sweet to yeah, I will say like her character had a little bit, there was some good there. There was some
Hmm.
I felt like there was more to her than there
generally
quote
speaking,
unquote
it's
needed to
there are
be, and
not a
I'm
lot
happy
of
about that.
films that I've seen in I was gonna say like before 1950. Well, no, 1960, no, 70s, 80s. You it's even right up through the
Whoops.
50s. Women didn't often have much to do in films other than be little more than an object for dudes to fight over.
Yeah.
Um, if women had a moving up into like the 40s and 50s, if women had something more to do than be an object, they were usually a villain or a temptress or a femme
Yes,
fatale kind of
sure.
a character, using her feminine wiles to unfairly get one over us, poor defenseless, weak little men who are
Yeah.
powerless in the face of boobs.
You really are. I know.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
But of course, you do have some of the late 30s and 40s like screwball comedies like My
Thin
Girl
Man.
Friday, Bringing a Baby, which have some pretty strong comedic female parts. So,
Yeah.
but broadly, yeah, you see a
Yeah.
woman in
Yeah.
the older the movie, the less she's going to have to do.
Yeah.
I
But
was going
no.
to say I really like the film's score. And then I realized it was probably recorded sometime like in the last 20 years because
First off,
these films
okay,
don't have original scores. They just played music with them while they were playing. So this has probably had several official scores over the years.
correct. And let's before like just really quick. So, yes, you are correct in that it has probably had a couple of scores because when these movies played, they would just have a dude with a piano and whatnot. So,
Yeah.
like, I don't know your feelings, and I'm not even fully clear on mine, but I was, obviously all the Foley great. Okay.
I love the
Foley,
fact that they use the score to do the Foley. Like they'll do like drum snare hits for, people getting bonked or something,
yeah. So
or gunshots, things like
I
that.
was down with that. And then there were some moments of hubbub that was audible. Men, but it was like far, like when the Union guys were like chasing and like every now and then you'd hear like the hubbub of them and like you could hear like and I was like that's
I don't know that that's voices or some type of weird instrumentation that they were doing to mimic it.
but then and so that one I was like I don't mind that I don't think because you can't like you just said I can't was that voices but then like
I'd have to go
when
back.
there were sneezes and there were coughs and when he was going shh when he was shushing her and like again I I
I mean, you can
I
do that kind of stuff with brushes and
and you can and I think it was and that's the thing is like I had to tell myself many times I'm like when they were in a theater playing these movies, there would be a dude at a piano and probably someone else with like a pot and a pan and a broom. So sneezing and like, yeah, the only thing that they're not going to do is like, voiceovers. They're not going to like try to match lips, but like they could call,
yeah, I
but
think most movie houses probably just had like a dude with a piano. That was about it.
so there were
Maybe some
moments,
some more special
yeah.
features and more upscale places would have a like an orchestra pit with several pieces in it, but
So there were moments that I was like, I felt like the vocalizations went a little too far because I've seen silent films that haven't been restored like this. You know what I mean? That they make the movement of I'm coughing,
hmm.
but I'm not listening to you cough. You don't hear as much Foley, like the glass breaks in a window or something, and you don't always hear. Like there was a lot of sound for this
I
silent
think
film.
it was all instrumentation, but I'd have to
But
go
yeah,
back and double check. Yeah.
okay. But again, it 100% was a silent. I mean, there is
Certainly
always
a more
music in it.
complex score
A very very
than you
complex
would have
score.
heard in just your average theater back in the 20s,
Yeah, absolutely. But again, it with still, no dialogue, and the story made a whole lot of sense. But it was interesting when there were moments of vocalization. I'm like, that hits me wrong. I don't want to hear you talking about anything. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Silent
Anyway,
film.
yeah, right. See, now that one I liked.
There we go.
There we go. And on a high note. So yeah, very conflicting movie.
Yeah, odd creative choice for as far as character POV goes, but
Yeah.
if you can get past that, it's a fun action comedy chase movie.
Yeah, there you go. Like erase the rest of it and just like watch it for that and know that it's old enough that you're not really lining anyone's pockets. So there's
Yeah,
that
like
that feeling.
if Keaton's a horrible racist, well, he's dead. So,
Exactly. So you can there you go. So yeah, fantastic. And now I have to pick my movie.
yep.
So
So,
so here's the
what
thing.
is your silent movie pick?
I didn't want to pick it. I tried very hard not to pick this movie. And
Okay.
yet I picked it. So I guess I didn't try hard enough.
Is it the Mel Brooks movie?
No, no,
Okay.
no, it is not. With the one that ha Marcel Marceau
Marcel
has
Marceau
has the only line.
spoken dialogue in the film. Yeah.
Um, no, it's I know a lot of silent films that I want to see. Um, Nosferatu was on my short list, but I know you've seen it, and I know your feelings on it. And I'm not
Saw the
gonna.
new one too.
I'd like to see
Robert
the new one.
Eggers, he did the new one, right?
Yes, and I
Yeah.
I really like to see it.
Yeah.
I hear great things.
Definitely check it out. I quite liked it.
I hear
Definitely
great
check out the
things.
one from the 20s at some point too.
Yes, I will.
It's
I will watch
yeah,
them.
it's worth seeing. It absolutely is. I mean, that seems like damning with faint praise, but I mean, there are some movies that I can't say I actually like as films, but I'm glad I saw.
Sure,
The
absolutely.
original Nosferatu is definitely one of those.
Absolutely. Well, hopefully, so yeah, so we're gonna I don't know if you've seen this,
Huh?
but if you have, you're in for another 2 hour sit, my friend,
Okay.
because it's Fritz Lang's
Metropolis.
yeah. It has to
Probably the
be.
only Fritz Lang movie I could actually name.
Right. It just I just kept coming back to it. I'm like, I just need to
Hmm.
see it. It just needs to be seen.
Yeah,
It just needs to be
it
seen.
absolutely is a movie that you need to see. And even if you don't like it, and yes, I've seen it,
Okay.
even if you end up not liking the movie, you will like looking at a lot of the movie. It
Okay.
is there is some visually amazing stuff in this movie. Stuff that you'll go, how did they do that in the 20s? What am I?
That's exciting. That's exciting.
There's some really there's I won't tell you what I don't think I've ever talked about the movie. Well, you didn't know I'd seen it, so
I know. There was a
I
part of me
won't
that I'm
tell you
like,
what I
he
think of the
probably
film.
has, but I don't. We've never talked about it now.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to I'll admit it's not a movie I had ever planned on watching again, but it is a movie I'm certainly excited to discuss with you
Oh, that's exciting. Cool. Cool. Well, there
because
you go.
I never you're the only one I can talk to about,
You're the only one who can talk to about these things.
yeah, that's right. I watched 100-year-old movie and it's like, it's like, why? Why'd you do that?
Well, that was a waste of your time.
Yep.
There's a whole bunch of new ones that come out every week.
Yeah. All right. So, today's episode may have come to an end, but we'll be back in a couple of weeks with Kelly's mandated movie, Metro Police. If you'd like to, you know what? There's actually a Metropolis anime. Uh,
What?
Let me
Really?
drag out the end of this podcast real quick. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
yes, of course. It's everyone's favorite.
Uh,
As they click off, click, click, click. It's like the end of a Zoom meeting or whatever when everyone's doing the shout outs or the wrap up or the Q&A. It's the Q&A of all those webinars that I produce. And we're like, all right, is anyone staying? And then you just watch the numbers start to fall. It's my favorite.
Yeah, so the participants counter go, yeah, here we go. Metropolis.
Oh, oh my gosh. I've seen that little
You,
child's hand.
you've seen it
Yes,
before? Yeah.
yes. That's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah, so I'm trying to remember if this is actually an adaptation of the same story. I don't think it is. I think it's just called Metropolis. I'm pretty sure it's a completely di is it Osamu Tezuka? Yeah, it is. Yeah, Astro Boy, so,
Nice.
some other shit. Anyway, so yes, let me get my script back up here. A completely pointless tangent that definitely doesn't work if you're listening to the podcast version
That's all
of
right. I
this.
filled it. I filled it. We're good. We're
You got
good.
it? Okay, great. So Metropolis, if you'd like to watch it too, check out the description to see where it's currently streaming or available to rent. Until then, you can watch Movie Mandates on YouTube or listen to it in podcast form on iTunes. We don't recommend that because we're very visual.
Yeah. At a certain point,
Um,
just give in.
that's right. If you enjoy the show, you want to help us reach a wider audience, let's get this sucker in the double digits, shall we? Shall we? Like, comment, review, all that good stuff. I'm Andrew. You can follow me on Blue Sky at Andrew Eisen.
Oh, and I'm Kelly, and there's a new, hold on. I have a new Instagram.
Oh, we're gonna drag this out even longer. All right.
I should have looked. Hold
Yep.
on. Hold on. There's a new
Oh
Instagram
no,
handle,
we're at 66 minutes.
and it's probably something really
It's
easy.
not Pimento Olivia with one O.
It is Pimento Olivia with one O, but since I suck at doing things on the Insta, you can follow the Wild Clams and you'll see a lot more.
Oh, is that the group the
Yes, and we have our own Insta account now.
Oh, fun. All right.
I know, it's very
Wild
fun.
clams. They're happy little clams. Okay.
Yeah, very
Wild
exciting.
clams. We hope you've all enjoyed this episode of Movie Mandates. We'll be back soon with another mandated movie. Bye, everyone.